The information matrix is a valuable tool for negotiations. It helps you visualize the information you don't yet have and lets you organize your questionnaire for the talks. It is also an aid when preparing your team for negotiation and planning what to do, and how to react in particular circumstances during your discussions. The information matrix is one of several planning tools that enable you to be better prepared and enter a negotiation with greater confidence. Knowledge is power, and skilled negotiators will use this to gain an advantage in negotiation. Furthermore, understanding the other party better through information gathering helps to reach more substantial and long-lasting deals. When preparing for a negotiation, think of the following 4 areas of information. What do I want the other party to be able to find out? What do I want to know about them? What are we not going to tell them? What could surprise us if I were to find out about it? You can use the matrix below to sort your ideas. Let's take a closer look at each point in turn. What information do you want to provide the other party during your negotiation? The single issues here are, of course, very much dependent upon your situation. If you're in purchasing, it will also differ depending upon whether you're dealing with a new supplier or one you already have a long-term relationship with. Let's look at a few examples. As a purchaser, you may want to provide the following information: deadlines, specifications, and other details regarding the product or service you require. Feedback to the supplier regarding KPIs and the general collaboration. Limits to your budget or what the process is in your company regarding decision-making. If you're in sales, there will be all sorts of things that you want to tell the potential customer, for example, by when the decision needs to be made so that you can start production, how long the offer is valid for, that you have lots of other inquiries right now and so a decision has to be made quickly. As well, of course, all further possible options there may be concerning your product or service. This is a significant part of your preparation. What is it you want to know about the other party? Once again, the exact topics will depend very much on your business line and your relationship. Using this field, we put together our list of questions for the negotiation. Referring to your pre-prepared questions in the talks keeps your mind free to focus on other things. Questions that you formulate can be based upon the hypothesis you have, i.e., the customer is in dire need of this product but, of course, isn't going to tell you upfront. Confirming information that you already have or being able to look for discrepancies in statements made by the other party. Exploring deeper the interests of the other side so that you can begin later to create options and put together a deal that benefits both parties. Knowing how much they depend on your business is essential when dealing with a supplier. Through questions, try and find out things like: how much of their turnover do they make with us? Do they have the capacity to increase production if needed? Are they currently working to capacity? What is their financial situation like right now? What other customers do they deliver to? Are they innovators in their market? How do they treat their staff? You may not ask this, of course, but this is information you can gather when visiting them. On the sales side, you might want to find out the following: who makes the decision, and by when? Who else are they talking to? What doubts are in their minds still? How much do they need this deal? In any negotiation, it's imperative to ascertain what the other party will do if an agreement isn't reached. What other options does the other party have? How strong are these alternatives? Are they able to implement these quickly and at a low cost? This kind of information can improve your power at the negotiation table. As I said earlier, knowledge is power. The hidden quadrant is a crucial part of any negotiation. Therefore, the information we share must be carefully selected and tailored to our desired outcome. The information matrix can help to identify who should know what, when they need to know it, and how much detail needs to be shared during the negotiation. The aim is not to disclose too much information that could weaken our negotiating position and still ensure a favorable deal. When preparing your team, make sure everyone knows their role in the negotiations. When it is appropriate to speak up and when it is better to remain silent. Careless talk costs lives, was a slogan on a poster in Britain during World War II. Your negotiation may not cost lives, but it can cost you a deal or a lot of money. So be warned and be careful what you tell the other party. You may want to hide the fact that you have no other alternative. All your different alternatives are weaker. You don't intend to lengthen the contract for another 3 years. You do not know what you're talking about. As a negotiator, stay in control of the process and make sure that each person on your team what to say and when, and of course what not to say. If necessary, develop signals so that you can direct your team members to stop talking if there's a danger of them spilling too much information. When confronted with new facts or issues that could affect your negotiation, it is crucial to assess the situation and make considered decisions. For example, the following could happen during your talks: you find out the supplier is in financial difficulties. There are capacity issues. The supplier relocates to another country. The customer gets cold feet. Think about possible surprises that might occur during your talks. How will you react when you receive such information? Here, you can extend your questionnaire about what questions you will pose the other party to reduce the number of surprises that can occur, or to find out what potential risks there are which may lead to higher costs or endanger the deal altogether. Of course, you can't predict every possible surprise, but at least you know what you're going to do when things happen. Will you delay the negotiation or even stop all proceedings immediately? At what point during discussions will you confer with your team on what steps to take? When preparing for the next negotiation, be it a business or a private one, do your research and go through the 4 quadrants of the information matrix. This will enable you to gather all the facts and data necessary. Ask lots of questions to improve your information base and to find out what strengths or weaknesses the other party may have. Make sure that everyone involved in the negotiations knows what to say, when to say it, and when to stop talking. If you proceed this way and have done your homework in advance, you will be well on your way to a successful result. Remember, planning and an effective strategy can make all the difference in a negotiation. So do your research, use the information matrix as a guide, and be prepared for success.